Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am coming at you from the outdoors once again because it is just gorgeous. Today I am filming a video that I'm really looking forward to and one that I've wanted to film literally since the beginning of the school year. I want to tell you all about my grades and exactly what I got in each of my classes. I was on the fence about this just because I know everybody's got very different ideas of what a good grade is. I know that that is all very individual, so I was very hesitant to share this. Everybody's first year experience is different when it comes to their academics, and that's kind of why I was hesitant to share all of this, just because I know everybody's academic experience in their first year is going to be different. Anyways, let's just jump into today's video. I wanted to make this video simply because there's a lot of uncertainty coming from high school as to what will happen to your grades and how they will change. And I mean, as much as those did change significantly from what my grades were in high school, I personally wasn't all too bothered by it. And I don't know why and I don't know how, but for some reason, that was just a very easy transition for me to make and something that was very easy for me to accept. And I really think that just came down to the fact that I was able to separate like my academic performance from my value as a person. I'm not at university to compete. I'm there to learn and grow individually, so it doesn't really matter what other people are getting. So to start off, I only took 4 courses in each term. In my first term, I took Math 104, Com 120, Chem 121, and Physics 100. And Physics 100 is an introductory physics course. It's for people who didn't take physics in high school. I really encourage you to take physics in high school if you can, because it'll save you a fair amount of money by not having to take it in university. Come term 2, I started out by taking 5 courses. So I was enrolled in Computer Science 103, and then I was also in Chemistry 123, Biology 121, Physics 101, and Math 105. So that's a pretty intense course load. There wasn't really anything to break it up, so I ended up dropping computer science because it wasn't necessary to my degree, and I'm kind of bummed about that because I really wanted to try it and take it, and I thought it was cool and I thought it was fun, but it was just too much work for me all at that point. If you've watched my other first year videos, you know that there were some other things happening, so I just did not want to overwhelm myself again, and I just wanted to be able to focus on the courses that I was taking. That ended up just being biology, chemistry, math, and physics. I have to work really, really hard at physics because I didn't take it at high school and I don't really have much of a background in it, and I'm sorry if you like calculus or you like physics, but like I hate them with my entire being. I want nothing to do with them, but here I am in a science program having to take 2 courses of math and 2 courses of physics. I enjoyed chemistry for the most part. I enjoyed biology. I loved my comm course, which is exclusive to the BMM program. Like, so much fun. It was amazing. Math and physics, I was just kind of like, yeah. So all of the courses that I have just listed are requirements for first year science students. I didn't really have the chance to take a lot of electives, though my comm course would count as an elective technically just because it's not a part of the science program. So by not taking 5 courses in each term, and also because I had to take an introductory physics course, I'm a little bit behind on my requirements for first year science. But that's honestly not a super big deal to me just because I can take courses in the summer and I can take them next year. It's not like you have to take your first year courses in first year. It's not really realistic for students to take 5 and 5. If you feel that you can manage it, you go for it, but I personally was not ready for that and I did not want to have to worry about taking 10 courses in a year. Okay, so I recognize that you're not here to hear me talk about the courses I took, you're here to hear me talk about all the grades that I got in those courses. With that being said, I really quickly just want to address that everybody's academic experience in first year is going to be different. Regardless of how hard you work, you need to be able to separate yourself and your self-worth and the grades that you get because they do not define you in any way. That was something that I actually surprisingly did kind of well. In high school, I was very focused on my grades and I was very much like, oh my god, like I want to get a 95, I want to have a 95 average, like I want all of these things to happen. So, you know, over the summer I kind of was just going, you know what, like my grades don't really matter that much. As long as I am meeting the average that I need to continue in my MM program and I'm not on academic probation, I'm fine. I am not sitting here striving for the 90s, but so long as I'm working hard, I'll be happy. And I do understand that it can be discouraging when you work really hard. Do not get me wrong. There were points where I looked at an exam mark and I was like, bro, I studied for like a week and a half for this and I got this. Like, come on. You know, it does happen, but at the end of the day, for me, it wasn't a super big deal. And I kind of went, okay, you know what, one bad midterm, like that's fine. It's not really going to impact me that much. Grades, while they are important in the world of university, they don't define you and they do not determine your worth as a human, as a person, as a student. What you have to be a little bit careful with is that there are a lot of different opinions and perspectives on campus. And as much as the profs all enforce that your grade doesn't define you as a person, there are some students that believe it does. It can be really hard to accept the fact that maybe you didn't do as well when other people around you are constantly like, oh my god, I got an 80, that sucks. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I got an 80, woohoo! Like I'm having a little mini party. We are celebrating. So it's just kind of all about perspective and what you value. So finally, I am going to share with you the grades that I got. Just really quickly before we actually jump into this, the grading scale at UBC is a little bit different from what it might be at your high school or, you know, at other universities. But anyways, this is like percentage to letter grade comparisons. So an A+ is anywhere from 90 to 100% in the course. An A is anywhere between an 85 and an 89. An A- is 80 to 84. A B+ is 76 to 79%. A B is a 72 to a 75. A B- is anything between a 68 and a 71%. And then it just kind of goes down from there. Okay, so now I can actually finally tell you what the heck I got in each of my classes. So starting with term 1, I was only taking 4 courses. So again, I was taking Physics 100, Math 104, Chemistry 121, and then Comm 120. And Comm 120 was by far my most favorite class, and you can definitely see that in the grade I got because it was my highest in my term 1. So I came out of Comm 120 with an 84%, which translates to about an A-. My next best class in term 1 was Chemistry. I came out of that class with an 82. And for me, I was very proud of this. I was very happy given the circumstances that I was under in and around the time I was writing that exam. So I was like, I did it. Like, that was great. I was very pleased with my 82. Then, this is where I thought I was totally done. So if you watched my videos talking about my first finals experience, you know that Physics 100 and Math did not go too hot. And this really threw me for a loop because in Physics 100, I got an 81 in the class. When I saw that I got an 81 in physics, I like literally jumped for joy because I was so freaking proud and so happy that I actually passed the class. Like, I legitimately thought I was gonna fail, so that was a very pleasant surprise. For Math, as you know, if you watch my other videos, you would be well aware that I also thought I failed that final and that class. But I was very pleased to know that I did not. I came out of that class with a solid 69, which in UBC's world is a B-. And honestly, I didn't care about this class. I'm like, you know what, that's a write-off, but I passed first year calculus. I'm fine, I'm happy, that's all I need. Come term 2, I was taking Physics 100, Chemistry 123, Biology 121, and Math 105. We just need to appreciate the irony here because I hate physics. I'm sorry if you like it, but I do not. I wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. So the irony in all of this is that physics was my best class by a long shot. I don't know. I don't get it. I came out of Physics 101 with a 94%, which is an A+. I, again, literally jumped for joy and I was in complete shock. I was thinking maybe somewhere in the 80s, but here I am with my first A+ in a course that I absolutely despise. A good lesson learned on my part is that I can still work hard and achieve well doing things that I really just don't like. My next best class in my term 2 was Chemistry 123, and I came out of that class with an 87. My next best class was Biology. I came out with an 84, which is an A-. Biology was surprisingly a class that I kind of struggled with. I didn't really expect that. Like, I found biology harder than chemistry at times. At least the way my instructor taught it, biology wasn't about memorizing things. It was solely about applying the concepts you learn in class to exam style questions and, you know, interpreting a problem that way. Okay, and the very last class that I took in term 2 was Math 105. I really struggled with calculus. I went into that course very nervous about how it would all turn out. And I did not well on my first midterm. I thought I did. I felt really prepared. I studied hard for it. I came out of that exam going, okay, yeah, I think maybe I got like a 65 or a 70. And honestly, I would be happy with that. And then I got my mark back and I got a solid 56. And I was like, well, for me, my math experiences to that point in time, not too hot. For me, I was just like, you know what, not a big deal. We're just gonna let it go and we're gonna study really hard for the next midterm. Little did I know that COVID was gonna come in and cancel my next midterm. The Faculty of Science mandated that finals be worth either 5% of our grades or 30% of our grades, and then everything else would be, you know, calculated accordingly. So thankfully, I was in a position where my final would be worth 5% of my grade. The rest of the grade was based on our midterm and all of our homework assignments, both in class and then course-wide. I was very thankful for the fact that I had done really, really well on all my homework assignments, and I didn't do as well on my midterm. I'm almost certain I maybe wouldn't have failed Math 105 had this grading scheme not been adjusted, but I would definitely have come very, very close to failing. So I'm very thankful for the changes that they made because it resulted in me getting an 80 in the class. I guess that kind of just really goes to show you how much the changed grading schemes helped us out. I'm very thankful for the adjustments that UBC made to help support its students during this time. That pretty much does it. Like, that is literally all I wanted to share with you guys. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.